Good afternoon, Brandon from Starpoint Australis. Welcome to Tuesday, the week that was, and this will probably be my last one for the year now. I might do a little one special from Bali, but we'll get to that maybe later. So, what have I been up to this week? Well, I got into the workshop again on Saturday, and I was working on the carbon fibre tube F4, 10-inch F4, and this weekend I was building my radius blocks. So I designed the optical tube to not require rings, basically as my capabilities at the moment to handle such large rings, I just don't have that. It would be very, very hard for me to make a good set of rings. So utilizing the carbon fiber tube so that I don't need rings is an absolute boon. So what did I do? I built those little bad boys. I don't know if it'll, yeah, it's got a little bit bright, but yeah, so some nice little etching logos on the front. Connects to the bottom with two M6 bolts, and then you've got the two bolts here, so that's a mechanical fixing. So at the moment what I've got with this is that I will put it on as is. I won't coat them or do anything, and once I'm happy with the placement of the radius tube with the weight of the focuser, the corrector, the imaging equipment, I'll then make sure that it's perfect. I'll pop the two holes down and through the tube, so it'll be a mechanical fixing, not just a glued fixing. Once we've used it for a tiny little bit and I'm happy, I'll then go and get these anodized, probably a nice blue color to match the rest, and then they will be adhered with an epoxy glue and then mechanically fixed. So that way then the optical tube is stable. It's not going to slide around, it's not going to do anything silly. The other part that I did with this is that you'll notice that these radius blocks are quite high off of the deck of the dovetail, and that there is so that I can place items. I mean, I'll just use this for instance. You know, that's 45 mil, or that's 40 mil to there, so this is about 50 mil. But you'll be able to place a equipment down and under here. So for a lot of us, we run the like a mealy or a little ASI Air or something like that. You can sit down on the actual dovetail plate, and then that sits underneath the optical tube. And what that allows you to do is to run neatly all of your cabling up to the imaging train, and then everything else can come, like all your power and whatnot, can be centralized here and then centralized on the axis of your telescope mount, which allows you to not get cables wound up and whatnot. So a little bit of thought into that. Likely for this one here, I may even just build a little power distribution unit that sits inside this little spot here. So therefore you can bring power up into one side and then distribute it out from multiple ports, and it'll be tucked away nice and neat out of the way. So a little bit of thought. Once again, for us, it's that we're astrophotographers, so we get how this stuff gets used, and not only do we get how it gets used, but we ask the question, why is it not there, and then go and make that happen. So that's the F4 10-inch update for today. It's really close now. I don't have it here with me, but the other part that I built for it was a centralized stalk. And now I know I spoke about it last week, but it's the central stalk, which is a stainless steel pillar that sits inside the carbon fiber pieces, and that allows the M5 central bolt that holds the whole secondary mirror hub stalk assembly together, and wobbles onto that so that you can tilt it and get it collimated. So I did that as well. So really all I have to do to have this thing actually testing, so I've got to do a minor modification for an adapter for my imaging rig onto it. Once I've done that, install the secondary spider vanes, so the carbon fiber spider vanes. That's these ones just here. So that's those little bad boys. So I've got to go and install that into the top of the tube, but I just needed to know where the bottom of the secondary was actually sitting, so that, well, the secondary mirror is sitting, so that I can make sure that I place it at the right height, so I've got the right adjustments and whatnot for vertical travel. So that's that done. Another part I was working, so some of the components that I get manufactured for the SP3, get them manufactured locally by Luke. Thank you very much, Luke. Now Luke does a few little bits and pieces for me, but he recently upgraded his 3D printer. I don't know, hopefully this comes up all right. Yeah, there you go, you can kind of see it. That's better. So the SP3 logo is actually 3D printed into the system now. So it looks really, really snazzy. So that's the back plate, and then that's the gear cover. And back plate and gear cover installed, I think looks even better. So once again, you'll notice everyone would think that this is the right way up, and you'll see that all the writing's upside down. Well, it's not upside down, it's actually the right way up, because when you've got it on a, say, a Newtonian or any type of telescope like that, you'll now notice that all the writing's the right way up, because it always faces down. On a refractor, it faces backwards or down, so when you're reading it, it reads correctly. And same with all of the covers, they're all sitting in the right spot. So, you know, how we attack design, we attack design down to that level of nuance. Not too far away from being done. What else did I get done? So SP3, you would have seen Chris's, so the telescope, the Quattro that was up here. So that's with Chris now, and that will go hopefully into testing over the Christmas break. If I've done my math right, he will actually produce an image. If I have not, well, we'll figure out what that means and make some modifications. But I'd say we'd be pretty close. So that's that done. So lots of little movements with projects as we go. I need to build, I think, in the new year, I will say now. I'll be doing a couple of little color filter wheels. So for anybody who's actually seen Starpoint control panel, you'll see that there's filter wheels, rotators, and so on and so forth. So that's all products that are upcoming. But one of them is the filter wheel. Now I've been using my hand-built filter wheel. You would have seen it in a lot of my photos. But we're going to be just making a few more of those. And it's about that testing. Before it even gets out into the field, it is tested so much so that we're happy that it's working correctly. Now the original one that I built, there was things in there that I wasn't happy about. Overall, the firmware works well, the logic works well, but I wasn't happy with how I'd actually built and designed the movement side of things. It wasn't strong enough, and when I say strong enough, it wasn't stable. So I'm going to make a few adjustments in there, but I need to build a few new prototypes because of the way that I built the original. We're just going to change things around. So hopefully I'll be able to show you some of the development of the filter wheel. So that's that coming up into the new year. But other than that, everything is out and about. We've got in our UK customers, so if you're watching from Europe or UK, Customs has just released the Octans and Phoenix stock. I believe it'll release today, which is only just starting for the UK. So they'll release today, and then we will be able to get those out and about. So for all of you guys that are over in European countries and UK, Widefield Centre will have those, I would say within this week, they will have them in stock in hand. So keep on that, and I look forward, because I know there's a few of you guys that have been chasing them. So that's that. Everything else is just floating along nicely now. We've got the distribution settled and logistics settled over in the US. So that's coming up. And then it's just the stretch to NEAF 2025. Pretty crazy. That's only, what is it, 3 months, just over 3 months away. That is super crazy, and it's gone so fast. And I can't wait to see all the Americans once I get over there and catch up and renew some friendships along the way. All right, well, signing off for this year. Hopefully you get a chance to do astronomy of whatever flavour you desire and enjoy. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving Day for all of my American friends, even though it happened a little bit ago now. But Merry Christmas, and hopefully you spend some time with your loved ones, enjoy the company, and be present in the moment. Until next time and next year, have a Merry Christmas. Brendan out from the team as well, from Jess and Dan. They send their best wishes to you as well. All right, guys. See ya.